hurry. We don't want the fridge to run. Hurry. Let's go. Okay, so first thing. No. Oh my god, that was an evil laugh. Speaking of evil laughs, it's spooky season. I'm so excited.
You did that.
Evil laugh, spooky season. I'm wearing a Salem, Massachusetts shirt. Hello. Salem, Massachusetts shirt with a broom, because witches, right?
Yeah.
Spooky season, October. I did not even realize it was October 1st, A. B, it's already October 1st. What the heck?
Pumpkin spice latte season. PSL.
Yeah, no, not for me. I hate pumpkin.
She does.
And also, like, I have to start, what am I doing? Every October, starting October 1st, I try to watch, like, a scary movie.
Oh, yeah.
At least, if I can, like, every day or whatever.
Right.
What am I doing? What am I gonna watch tonight? I have to be spooked.
No, I hate spooky movies.
It was
I really do not like scary stuff at all. It bothers me so much. It scares me.
married my mother. What can I say?
It's just scary. Okay, so
Fridge is still talking.
we're just still talking. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We don't know if this is a one-time deal or we've just done it now to figure out long-term, but
Officially unplugged the refrigerator.
yeah, we unplugged it.
So it's no longer running.
We're not sure if that's a good idea or a bad idea. So, the first thing I want to talk about is that we just got done watching the Man City v Arsenal game, and going into the game, and there's a lot of like trophies and titles throughout the Super League. There's a lot of them. I can't keep them straight, but this was the semifinal for the FA Cup, I believe.
Yeah.
And the winner for the final would go to the Wembley and go for the final FA Cup. So it was a big.
They're gonna perform at Wembley.
I know. Well performed on trainers. So it was a big match. And Arsenal lost. It excited me, I see. But
I was excited Man City won.
yeah, I mean, I was excited. I like Man City.
Lucy looked so good out there.
Lucy looked good.
And Lucy, like, I could spot her like a mile away.
Yeah.
Her mannerisms and the way that she just runs, that she does that little jog, just you can tell it's her.
Yeah.
From like a mile away.
And Sam Mewis, she played and she looked amazing and she scored. She looked so good. So
And Rose played as well.
yeah, and Rose played
Rose
and she, it's the first time she's played in 7 months, coming also back from an injury. So
And Lisa wasn't playing, Lisa Evans, because she got injured.
Lisa,
after her hat trick.
took it out of her. Took it out of her. So there was this one moment where Viv, the commentator, goes, "Oh, did you hear that? Viv just yelled." She used the word yell, but she wasn't yelling. Chirped at her teammate to get her the ball. But it was a good game. At the very end, there was a corner kick.
It
was either a corner or something where Viv almost got a header in to tie it up, but it wasn't to be. So Man City won, but it was a great match. And I know I'm kind of torn. I want Arsenal to win, but I'm happy Man City won. I have no problem with Man City winning. I like them, and it's kind of hard when you have so many teams that you don't mind winning. That's the thing. Sometimes when you're really into sports and your team loses, it like throws you off for like a couple of days. Like you really get upset. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you punch walls.
Some people do. They say during Monday Night Football that domestic violence goes up in America.
Not cool.
I know. So
take it out on yourself. Punch your own face.
Yeah, take it out on yourself. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we are going to react to, there's a bunch more Tobin and Christen kind of interviews they've done. We did the first 2 official ones from the club, from Man United. We're just gonna react to some of their interviews now. We're gonna do one Christen video, and the video after we shoot here will be a Tobin video, but we're gonna do a Christen video here. We're going to react. I think they said some interesting things, so we're gonna watch that.
Okay, enough dilly-dallying over there.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, she's looking
Hi,
at me.
I
Christen.
know.
It's Molly from the Times, as Hayley said. Sorry, yeah. I just want to know really
Her smile.
why
Cute.
you've come to Manchester United and whether it's something that you kind of thought about before the pandemic or whether it's something that was sort of a fairly last-minute decision, really.
Yeah, I decided to play for Manchester United because they offered an amazing chance for me to get back to football after having been away for 6 months, which is the longest stretch of time of my life that I haven't played. So I had not been considering coming to Europe, early this year, and I think a lot of sights were towards the Olympics this summer. And in March, when, football shut down in the United States, and for myself, kind of all bets were off, and no one knew what to expect. And it wasn't a 6 months of thinking, what am I going to do? It was sort of just living day to day, trying to figure out how I was going to get to a field the next day. And then when I found out that Manchester United was interested in signing myself and Tobin, I jumped at the opportunity to play for a great club, a massive club with such history, to play for a team that's going to have an opportunity to fight for titles, and to play for a manager that's really well respected.
And I know you haven't been here too long in terms of actually getting on the pitch because of quarantine, but how has that period been, and how have you had a chance to get to know some of your new teammates, maybe virtually?
Yeah, I am pretty easy about things like this. Everyone keeps asking about how the quarantine went and thinking it was terrible, but essentially I was in quarantine for 6 months because we were sheltering in place in Portland in the United States.
Portland.
And I think in an ideal world, of course, you would get to come and jump right in, but there were a ton of advantages for having this period of time, to be able to emotionally adjust and prepare, to be able to eat English food and get used to it, to sleep on the time zone. And I actually felt like going into my first training session, which was a few days ago, that I was much more prepared than I would have been if I had got off the flight the day before. So, it was a blessing in disguise, and was able to talk to a lot of staff, a lot of players, during quarantine virtually, and then met just a small group of players over the weekend that are still here and not on international duty. So it's been a great and slow transition, and I think just for my personality, it's actually been really helpful, and not as overwhelming as a traditional move would be.
That could be very overwhelming.
Thank you. I'll let someone else jump in now.
Luke Edwards.
It's like different people.
I
Yeah,
forgot to
different
myself.
people, I think.
Finally remembered how to do this. Hi, Christen. Nice to meet you. Is this the first time you've played for a club that is globally famous in Manchester United? And what does that mean for you personally?
Yeah, I think, the history that goes into putting on this crest is something that I've never experienced. It's something that, no club has in the United States, and even the other international teams I play for don't have this type of rich history of football. So it's a huge honor. In a lot of ways, it feels surreal. I came to Manchester when I was 13 years old. When I was playing for like a local team, we came over and played Manchester United's, development girls team.
Wow.
And it was the first time I experienced the EPL and, English football, and, I was blown away. So to be back here some decades later, and to be playing it's an amazing opportunity, and I hope that I can absorb as much of the football culture and the football magic that's here as possible.
And obviously the men's game over here has been well established for a long time, 100 years, but the women's game is really progressing now. What is the view of the WSL stateside at the moment? We're very excited about you coming here, but it's not just yourself. There's a lot of international stars coming. Is its reputation really soaring now?
Yeah, I think the reputation is absolutely growing, and it has been for a while. I think, from the vantage point of the global game, it's a league that's starting to invest on the women's side. And obviously if this country decides to invest on the women's side, they have more resources than most. So there's a huge opportunity there. And at this point, you have a lot of the best players in the world already here. And so that makes, competition great. I think it's going to be a league where there's not as many easy games as a lot of other European leagues. And that's something that players want to play in leagues where it's hard to win. And I think, also there's several top teams So, fighting for the Champions League spots, fighting for the cup titles, fighting for the league, it's going to be challenging every step of the way. And that's exactly what you want as a player. You want the opportunity to win. You want to fight. You want to play for top clubs, but you also want fierce competition, and you want to be playing with and against the best.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Oh, that was so cute.
She has the most soothing voice ever.
Yeah, very soothing.
Meditation really does run in her family.
Very clear. You know what I mean? It's just like she says exactly what she wants to say. Very clear.
She should start a meditation app.
Yeah.
With her voice.
Her and her sister. Her sister does meditation on Instagram.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, she'd be great for that.
Presses.
The presses, yeah.
Hit me up. I can get in on that too. I have a soothing voice.
Yeah.
Nope.
You can work on that.
Okay, sorry.
But the first thing, she said a few really interesting things, I thought. One of the first things I want to point out, that she specifically said that she was in Portland, that she quarantined or sheltered in place in Portland.
Yeah, I don't think that's a secret.
But I don't think she usually acknowledges it. And she also said, did you see?
She's a more open lady. It's 2020. We're all gonna die soon.
And did you hear when she said they're bringing over more international players? Then she had she had like a pause, and I don't think she was gonna say Tobin as well, but then she says Tobin. She had that little pause, like a stutter step in her voice.
When she said myself and Tobin.
Yeah. And she goes, myself and pause,
she was thinking, should I not?
Yeah.
I'll give the fans what they want.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said it. Because a lot of times we even joke about in the fandom that you don't hear each other say each other's name that often.
No.
So that
Tell
was
me by
my
my name.
And
It's
then
true.
again, more of her being humble. She wants to learn, and I think smart too. She is a smart player. She said she got on the British time schedule. She started eating British foods. She didn't overwhelm herself when she first came over. Obviously, she was quarantining, but she was prepared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really smart. I don't think a lot of people would do that. They should, but I don't think they would have. You know what I mean?
Meaning what?
Eating British foods, getting on the British time schedule.
That's what you have to do.
But I think a lot of people just kind of free ball it and say, I got it.
Megan Rapinoe maybe. But
yes. So that was really smart. And she made it clear, this was in the works for a while. You know what I mean? So
not a while. But a while-ish.
While-ish, yeah. And she gave insight to her quarantine, shelter in place in Portland, that I don't want to say, how when we say we enjoy this kind of thing, it's not we're enjoying the pandemic, obviously. It's enjoying the moment in time you're having to really have time to yourself and not have
with
that
loved ones.
Yeah, and not that fast-paced lifestyle. So she really took that time and said, I'm enjoying it. Because I think a lot of people, you hear like, oh, this is so bad, blah, blah. And I think that's true for some people. And I think that's something where they can't wrap their head around having the quiet time. But I think for a bigger percentage of people, they just don't want to enjoy it. There are some who literally cannot, but some who just want to be doing something.
I'm okay with doing nothing.
Yeah. And so I'm
Put
glad
me in a room and just sit me down and
we're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just give each other. That's it.
Yeah.
I just need you. Sarah doesn't hardly even go on the internet or like social media ever. I'm usually on it between the two of us. We were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm more like, I'm gonna share a truth here. So the only time, oh god, people are gonna think about this now.
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. Okay.
But yeah.
So most of the time that I am on social media and I'm posting things, I'm on the toilet.
TMI, I know, but hey, you need to get an insight of this.
Other than that, like I really wouldn't go on social media. So it's a good thing I poop a lot. Thanks, Fiverr.
Yeah. Shout out to Citrusol.
Shout out to IBS. No, I'm just kidding.
So you're not on it like obsessively?
No, like I barely go on it. Only when I go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
that's bad.
She really doesn't. We're not. We enjoy each other's time. When I always say this, so gushy. When you with someone you love, like I love Sarah so much. It's just like that's what we love. That's funny. No, but when you're with someone you love, it's like that's all you like really care about doing at the time. Is just being with the person you love. So she enjoyed her time, however you want to say it. But the last thing I'll say is that it was when she said when she came over when she was 12 or 13, Man United.
Yeah, she played.
It's such a full circle moment. Yeah. Jinx. That's such a
Wow.
full circle thing to say. I was here when I was 12, and now I'm
And
here.
I'm coming back for you, bitches.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, with determination, dedication, and talent, you know, you make these things happen, you know. And that's what's hard. Some people can be as determined and as dedicated as Christen to their craft, but just not have the talent. I mean, you know, people were born with some talent and some can be created, but if you're not talented, so she's put
It wasn't naturally that good. She worked for it.
Yeah, there's always that level of you have to be somewhat athletically inclined from birth, just like singing. There's some people out there who could practice every single day with singing. Some people will just never be a good singer.
Let's bring back the show. What is it? Made? MTV Made?
Oh yeah,
Where
They coach.
They want to be something for like
Yeah.
one day. They're like shy or something. Like, I want to be a B girl for a day, or I want to be a freestyle rapper. And then they're like, okay,
they have a coach. They and then they have a performance of some type.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that show was the best.
That was like if you wouldn't be on it, tell me the truth.
Yeah.
Big girl. We need to bring back Maine. That's true. I haven't thought about that show forever. But yeah, so it's full circle. So that was, you know, kind of a little insight. We're going to react to Tobin video in a second too, where a little more insights come. But we're going to keep these coming. We're going to keep reacting to these as they go along. I'm still not sure when their first game they will play. I think there's a game before they play Tottenham the 10th, but I think there's actually a game before the 10th that they might be playing.
Yeah, proms.
Hopefully we'll see them. The game today was so exciting with Rose, and too bad Arsenal lost. But I mean, just seeing the American girls from Britain, we love it. Okay, questions, comments down below. Is there anything you specifically thought about what Christen said there was interesting? Look how just cute hers voice is.
I know, it's like, teach me something.
Yeah.
You wise person.
Yeah, I love it. We love it. We love it. We're excited. Yeah.
Say we love it one more time.
We love it. Questions, comments down below. We'll talk to you guys later.
Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, bye.